Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Maybach. These are the names I think of when I'm talking about luxury cars. They're built to ensure that drivers and passengers are as well served as possible so that they can enjoy their experiences in and around the cars in an unparalleled level of comfort. Škoda, however, is not a manufacturer that comes to mind when I think of luxury cars. However, in this video I'm going to talk you through why even though Škodas don't compete on luxury with the brands I've already mentioned, for the average person, Škoda have done an excellent job of becoming the luxury car brand for the people. If you enjoy this kind of content, the best way to support the channel is to hit the like button and subscribe as well to see 2 videos every week. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's get a definition of luxury cars from our good friend Wikipedia. Increased levels of comfort, equipment, amenities, quality, performance and status relative to regular cars for an increased price. The term is subjective and reflects both the qualities of the car and the brand image of its manufacturer. This immediately poses a few problems to the title of this video. First of all, Škoda's brand image and status is not one of luxury cars, as I mentioned at the start of this video. I literally looked up scholarly articles on this, and in the 2018 Journal of Business and Retail Management Research, it was shown that while people are positive about the Škoda brand, they are so because it's a reliable and attractive brand, not a luxury one, obviously. Another problem we have is that Škodas aren't generally performance focused, unless you get a VRS model, and even then they aren't that much more performant than regular cars. I'd probably question the definition here though, as going by many of my luxury car videos, I wouldn't say they're all rapid cars. And the final problem we have here is that Škodas aren't more expensive than average cars, so currently my title is looking pretty wrong. However, when we come to increased levels of comfort, equipment, amenities and quality, Škoda definitely make a claim to being the cheap luxury brand I've been banging on about in this video. The most important part of this is equipment and amenities, so we'll deal with them last. If quality means reliability, then Škodas are on smoke, as they've been #1 on many studies for reliability, which means occasionally they even beat Toyota. According to Heritage Automotive, there are on average 114 problems for every 100 cars that are made. Škoda's average is just 77, so I'd say quality is pretty good. Comfort they've got on lock too. If you check almost any review of a Škoda, you will find that the word comfort or comfortable is used throughout, and the Skoda Superb was voted the single most comfortable car in Britain in 2017. That means people believe it is more comfortable than a Rolls-Royce Phantom or a Bentley Flying Spur. Let's ignore the fact that probably way more people have experienced Superbs than Flying Spurs or Phantoms, just for the sake of proving my point. And finally, we're on to what I really wanted to talk about in this video, Škoda's incredible offering when it comes to equipment and amenities when compared with your average car. So no, there aren't Starlight headliners, champagne fridges or specialist luxury materials, but there are a bunch of what I would call luxuries that make owning and driving a Škoda way more luxurious. In 2003, the brand came up with a tagline to explain their mindset on car creation, simply clever, which has been the basis of how they design their cars both before and since. Dating back to the early days of the brand, they were already trying to innovate in ways that would make the lives of owners and passengers better, such as with the first modular system in 1920, which would enable you to reconfigure a car in numerous ways, and bolting tracks and skis to a car in 1935 to act as a ski lift. In fact, Škoda were already making these innovations back when owning a car in and of itself was a luxury, so they were trying to stay ahead of the game. Cars like the 1932 Škoda 860 were even considered amongst the most luxurious and innovative cars of their time, and that model specifically was bought by royals, nobility and wealthy entrepreneurs who wanted a car that pronounced its luxury not only by its comfort but by how clever it was. Though of course today Škodas aren't considered to be luxury cars, they maintain this ethos, which is the key reason why I think they deserve the title of being the people's luxury car brand. There are clever features to make your life easier, like the integrated funnel for the washer fluid tank to stop you from spilling it all over the engine when you pour it in, and the door edge protection system which pops out when the doors are open in order to stop you from marking your own or someone else's door by accident. There's also the virtual pedal which enables you to open the boot by waving your foot underneath the rear of the car when your hands are full, the ice scraper in the fuel filler cap which doubles as a tyre tread depth gauge, and the door card umbrellas just as you might find in a Rolls-Royce. These umbrellas in particular were designed with chauffeurs in mind, so your driver can jump out, grab the brolly and walk you to the door of your destination. Don't forget the fold down front passenger seat which is exceptionally useful when transporting a lot of stuff. I can vouch for that from personal experience, and ticket holder on the driver side pillar, which is a small but exceptionally thoughtful extra piece of equipment which I personally overly used when I had a Škoda. And one thing that Škodas do exceptionally well as a result of Simply Clever, again from experience, is storage. There's purpose-built storage throughout the interiors of their cars, and the boots are designed to more securely house items like glass bottles, takeaways, and basically anything that might roll around and get damaged. Honestly, if you ever get the chance to look around a Škoda, try to find all of the storage space. I promise you, you'll barely scratch the surface. There are even some features that you would expect from standard luxury cars, like the sleep package, which has specialized head restraints to help you sleep better, a removable ski bag, a tablet holder which can sit either on the armrest or on the backs of seats and can actually charge the tablet as well, curtains or sunblinds for the rear seats, and an insane level of support for new technology, like the phone box with inductive charging, more USB sockets around the car than you can count, and an ideal infotainment system with either Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's all of these features that started to make me really highly rate the brand after I drove the simple new Škoda Fabia last summer for a week. It was just so much more pleasurable to live in than with many other cars that I've driven. A step above stablemates even from VW and Seat. Maybe less shouty and less sporty, but the old man in me absolutely loved it. And the world is slowly starting to pick up on this quality by Škoda. From 2013 to 2019, annual sales were going up like mad, reaching well over 1 million by 2019. Though in 2020, as a result of the lockdowns, they did have a dip, as did many other manufacturers. What I'm saying is they've really turned around the image of the brand in the last 20 to 30 years. In the 80s, 90s and early 2000s, people used to make a whole bunch of jokes about Škoda, such as, why do Škodas have heated rear windscreens? To keep your hands warm whilst you're pushing it. How do you double the price of a Škoda? Fill up the tank with petrol. How do you make a policeman laugh? Tell him your Škoda just got nicked. How do you overtake a Škoda? Run. And one that really hits home for me, what do you call a Škoda driver who says he's had a speeding ticket? A liar. That one I think hurts the most because I literally got my only speeding ticket ever in my old Škoda. Top Gear named the Skoda Superb among the world's best luxury cars, and Škoda UK have even developed a blast-resistant Superb estate for VIPs that need protection. This suggests the car is luxurious enough for the mega rich, while also offering something a little more discreet than a Rolls or a Range Rover. It's almost a better luxury car for the purpose of protection than a more flashy counterpart, as the brand doesn't have the status that I mentioned previously. No one's checking you out in your Škoda in the way they might be in your Wraith. So to summarise, no, Škodas do not have luxury car status, brand image, price or performance, but in other departments, newer models in particular offer a heightened experience for your average person at a much more reasonable price, and therefore I would argue they are the luxury car brands for the people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and feel free to debate me, but of course let's keep it respectful. Don't forget that I am of course biased because my first car was a Škoda, so I've always had a soft spot for the brand. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Massive thanks to the patrons as always for their support, and to you guys as well for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Listen.